As for the so-called votive pharatrin, there are different models. In fact, these objects are shown not only in the real pharatrin, which are considered jewels more than anything else, but even in some bronzes it is possible to observe peculiar daggers that probably do not they are, but they are actually the pharatrina represented on the chest of the bronze. Like this archer exhibited at the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari, which has this peculiar triangle right on the left of the chest, or even this other warrior who almost, according to some, has a shell, much more likely a pin of this type worn instead of the dagger sagamata. In fact, it can be seen that the point with which to extract it is more or less similar to the sagagated dagger, or even exemplary with a simple scabbard, with therefore the actual objects missing and the scabbard even made of bronze, obviously in a miniature version. So the so-called pharatrine can contain either pins which have a number ranging from 1 to 4, or even on the reverse a dagger that can be a sagamate dagger or a dagger called foliated. So the pin could be made of bronze, such as the specimens on display in the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari, or in any case visible in the so-called votive pharatrine, or even iron, such as some specimens found in some Phoenician or Punic burials from Bithynia. This example, for example, has the iron rod completely oxidized and now rusty, while the head is still in bronze, as in the Nuragic models, completely in bronze. In fact, in the Nuragic models, in addition to being present the pin, which was presumably held in the same way as the dagger is held in Sagamata, then in this way perhaps by forcing the head with the thumb, therefore having a sufficient resistance, or according to other interpretations, they could be placed in the palm of the hand. These pins, in addition to those with a more rounded head, they are also known for having real handles, like this one found at Abini. It is equipped with a real handle, a real grip, and even the final part that serves to hold the object with the thumb. In this reconstruction, you can see how in the original the scabbard is made of bronze, and in our copy it has been reproduced in simple leather. The object was probably drawn as the same dagger in Sagamata, so with this type of handle, and in this case it is a foliated dagger, in which the two rivets are instead made in line according to what is also documented by the simple metal findings, obviously now without the wooden handle. In this case, the sheath simply has the blade without the pins on the back, as in this other case, in which in the original you can even see the 3 pins, obviously not removable since the pharatrina is a unique piece, is an object entirely made of bronze, solid bronze, and therefore the 3 pins are probably in the original removable in this way, and usable consequently. We don't know why they carried such a number of pins instead of just carrying one, as for example in this small bronze that shows exactly a single one, brought no more and no less than extracted as if it were a dagger in Sagamata. This reconstruction, which is a reconstruction of a pharatrina found at the Megaron of Villagrande Strisaili or Tempiero in Antis, all 3 different types of daggers, or at least of offensive weapons worn on the chest. It starts with the dagger, here made with an almost fusiform blade, but with the classic handle of this instrument. Among other things, this object is also made on the basis of some originals that have a pin-shaped blade. He then presents the pin itself with this peculiar handle that can be seen in an original by Abini of Tethys, also presumably used in this way. Perhaps even compared to the dagger in Sagamata, precisely because evidently they could have the same value, even symbolic as well as practical. And then the last dagger, which is the one with a foliated blade, which we have already seen, which is the one with a wooden handle, 3 rivets to fix the blade to the handle, and this sort of handle defined by some archaeologists in flabello that vaguely resembles that of almost a crescent moon, and which serve presumably to prevent the dagger from getting out of hand when this type of gestures. It looks more like a dagger geared towards cutting, while this other type of dagger looks more geared towards a piercing action. And so is the same pin that always has this type of fairly sharp blade. Finally, let's talk about the evolution of these pins, as in this case found in the necropolis of Pythia, in which the blade of the pin is now made of iron, probably of soft iron, since steel was not yet known at the time. We are talking about the 8th century BC, of course, and the head, however, an absolutely interesting detail, still in bronze, exactly as in the Nuragic specimens represented in the Pharetrine and also observable in archaeological finds.